First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. And listen, we need everybody to do something for us. If you really like what you see on Tales from the Jails, you're really interested in what you see on Tales from the Jails, we need you to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. Subscribe as well, but also become a member. That way you can get updated on all the new content as we continue to bring you these amazing episodes. So we want everyone to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
As y'all heard him, go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. We got an array of content that's coming out that you will be thoroughly entertained by. As you can see by the content that's previously been released, you're entertained by. It's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, there is only up to go. And we wanna thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and listening to the awareness that we're bringing about prison life. So go to where again, bro?
Go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
YouTube at Tales from the Jails, and please become a member.
Tales from the Jails, we here live in Pod Rooms, USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. We're here today. I got my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson. I apologize for the late start. I had to go handle some things, man. I got some good news today. Had to go sit down and take care of a few things. But we wanted to come in and give everybody, our family, a live, and be consistent because you guys have been supporting us. So what's going on with you, Mr. Jackson? How you feeling today?
Man, ain't nothing, man. Same thing, man. Staying out of jail.
Yeah. So what's up, man? I see we got, J Money 03s.
Well, here you go. Want to call everybody out. You might as well just say everybody. Come on, just say what's up, family. You ain't got to single everybody out, man.
I do. J Money 03700. And David Lasser, hopefully I'm saying that right. Shout out to you. Shout out to Terrell Walker. Shout out to, John Michael. Shout out Turkey Baines, what's up? James LaFlames for sure. Zenobia 0310. As crazy as she is. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that's here today, man. Shout out to the gang. So, Tales from the Jails, want to put this disclaimer out there. Tales from the Jails, we do not glorify prison in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We do not, encourage individuals to break law to go to prison. We just come here to spread the awareness about prison to kind of deter people from going to prison. We have a situation where as though I want to speak about young kids, man. You all right, man?
Yeah.
I want to speak about this young individuals who, are breaking law. And sometimes, we have situations where as though I just saw something where as though it was a young kid, 11-year-old kid. His mom was being assaulted in the house. An 11-year-old kid ended up firing a weapon to kill a man who was assaulting his mother. For me, should this kid be charged? No. But they trying to say that they can charge the kid, I believe, or I don't know what they're gonna do with the kid. But in this case, I think this kid, he deserves not to go to jail. Somebody's assaulting your mother. Now he's 11 years old. He can't beat a grown man, so he goes and grab a firearm. What you think, man? Should this, was he wrong for grabbing that firearm or?
He's a child first and foremost, man. They gonna still charge him. He wasn't wrong for it, but in the eyes of the law, they not gonna look at wrong or right. They gonna look at you had an unregistered firearm.
Well, they ain't saying it wasn't unregistered. Maybe I don't know.
It got to be unregistered. 11 years old. This ain't hard, Pete.
But it could be his mom gun. That was
all right, but you still got a gun that's not registered to you, so it's unregistered.
But it could be registered to that home.
Okay,
but she got a license to carry.
But he's still not gonna get the gun charge because she licensed to carry. You got a gun just like you stole a gun from somewhere.
But if he's beating your mom up, depending on severity of it.
I get that. I'm just telling you the cruel and harsh reality of the law. You sit up here like we in a daycare. That shit is they're gonna lock his ass up. And he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong for what he did, but they taking him to jail. He's gonna go to jail. He's gonna go through the procedures. They're gonna charge him with a firearm. Did he kill him or did he wound him?
Killed him.
Yeah, he's going to get charged with murder. Regardless, they're going to say, this is why the police is here, so you're supposed to call us. Okay, granted, yeah, you're supposed to do that, but in the heat of a moment, the boy is 11 years old. A man is beating on his mother. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he did. I'm not promoting going out and killing, but what would you do? 11 years old, you coming and you seeing your mom getting stomped out. But the law is not going to look at it like that, bro. Law is not gonna look at it like that. You're in here, you got access to a firearm, and you killed somebody. We ain't even talking about why it happened, how it happened, or when it happened. This is the actual facts of what happened. So, you know, I don't think he should get a lot of time, but you know, that's left up to the judges and all that. But me being a recovering convict and being in the penal system for 75% of my life lived thus far, you see a lot of cases like this, man. The law is the law. The law is the law. They are going to charge him with murder.
But for me, I understand that, but is the judge really going to prosecute? But sometimes you might get arrested, but the judge may not prosecute. May say that, depending on the severity of the case, depending on how
Man,
bad he's beating his mom.
Yeah, it could be real bad. It could be real short. If he did that, and it depends on the state too. If he did that in Philadelphia, PA, he's gonna get charged, bro. He's getting charged. 11 years old, you're getting charged. You killed somebody. Then lo and behold, if Bull, and then even more, we don't know the ramifications. If Bull standing over top of her with a gun ready to fire or whatever, he just beating on her, like you killed him. He's going to jail. If he can sit back here like you don't know what's going on, you ain't so far detached from the hood that you just stupid now. You know what's going on. He's going his ass to jail. And it's sad to say. It's sad. The laws is messed up. The man was defending his mother, rightfully so. But you can't go around killing people. They're not going to look at the ramification. No, he killed the motherfucker. He had got to a gun, and that's just it. Now, will they be lenient on him and give him the lessest time possible? 90% of the time, they probably will. But that man is getting charged, bro. He going to jail. I can't call him that boy is going to jail.
Is he going to jail to be charged, or he's going to be in jail being held? Is this happening in Philadelphia? It's happening in Philadelphia, I believe.
He's going to be charged.
And held over.
Yes. Yes.
11 years old.
He killed somebody. You can't go around and kill nobody. Talking about you 5 years old. Get in there.
If you look at the case, though, I'm just saying. Like,
It's sad. It's sad, bro. It's real sad. Yes, it tugs at my heart. But he's getting charged as a judicial system that we go by in the United States of America. Just because, oh yeah, that was a bad. It's like that. People be getting killed all the time. And people be getting off. He's going to go through the process. Now, granted, he going to get some leniency. They're going to serve leniency, but they got to uphold the law. He killed someone. Can't go around and do that. Everybody be out here dead. You got to go to jail.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Everybody's in the chat. If you can, hit that like button. Now, you got a situation before I saw where there was a kid. I forget where this was at. The kid's mom was in the store, right? And the Bull said he's going to knock his mom out. She said, one more word, I'm going to knock you out.
And Bull came in there and fired his ass up. Yeah, I don't know how that ended, but I think I don't like to go off what I think, but I think they dropped off. I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They did drop.
I don't know how true that is. Somebody could look that up. I think it was down south somewhere at one of these little chicken restaurants, little fast food joint. And the Bull was in there arguing with an older lady. And I guess he was, under the influence, drunk, whatever, and telling her to quiet up and start punching on her in her face and stuff. But her son came in there and upped that fire on him.
Put him in the side pocket with that rocket.
Yeah.
I would have did the same thing, man.
Yeah, but the conversation ain't about what's doing the same thing or doing what's right. The conversation is about how the judicial system take over after a case like this happens.
Now, is this one of the situations where you believe the judge is going to say my hands is tied with this situation, but I got to give you the minimum?
Yeah, and do you think he got to, Fee? See, you so far removed from the criminal world that I don't know.
I'm asking the question. And is this one of those? It got nothing to do with whether me being.
But it's not even tied behind. He killed someone. It's not even tied behind my back. You took a life. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that unless it's self-defense and it's proper protocol to go through taking a life. It got to be everything proven. This man was trying to harm you, or this woman was trying to harm you, your license to carry, and then other procedures that lead up to that. But other than that, you got dudes that kill people with license and they still go to jail. You ain't supposed to did that.
Yeah, they running away.
The law is messed up, bro. The law is messed up. They let you get these guns, but it's a thin line. He's gonna be charged with murder, bro. He in there stomping her. It's a sad case, but he's gonna be charged with murder. It's sad. He could start a GoFundMe and everybody can look out for him, but he's gonna be charged with murder. 11 years old. Okay, rightfully so. He's supposed to knock his.
But it's not. It's probably gonna be like second or third degree.
But it's still murder.
Yeah.
You see, it could be 8th degree. It's murder. He would probably end up doing years of his life about this. You know what I'm saying?
Be out about 18.
Probably be out about 15. He's 11. He's still going to do some type of form of time in prison. And now this is where the effects happen at. Not while you going to trial, not while you waiting to get held over. No, when you inside the penal system, this is where the mind becomes affected at.
This goes back to being a step parent too. You in there arguing with your your old lady, and the young boy grab that pistol, put that pistol on your back. The big,
Yeah,
yeah,
rightfully so.
yeah, young, you in there arguing, you know.
No, I ain't in there doing no arguing. But listen, it's another thing, man. The piggyback off of that, man, what you was talking about. And I just pulled it up.
You in there talking about feet, people feet being dirty. and all that.
In Washington, D.C., they have just passed a law. What is this? The governor, that D.C. parents can face jail time for their kids' crimes up to 6 months behind bars. So if your kid committed a crime, right? Committed a crime, got convicted of it, and they feel as though that you didn't have the means to stop them, they're also sentencing you to 6 months in jail.
So, like,
I think that's a go. I think they,
so you okay with that?
yeah.
So if your son go out here and break a law, and then they come in and say they gonna lock you up for him doing it?
Yeah, because I'm out here on bullshit.
No, what if you wasn't?
But they gonna make the findings.
No.
Yes, they is. They said they gonna make the findings. They gonna go see. They can see if you a good household. If you come in that joint, you smell weed and all that type of shit. Like, oh, it's like, oh, all right, yeah, we know what type of dude you is. You just letting everything go on, getting here for 6 months.
But weeds now.
But they come into but they come into a household as far as in how you have with your family. They gonna come in there and say, oh, the rest of some, oh yeah, you cool, you exonerated. But you can go into a household and tell a whole bunch of nut shit is going on.
But like I'm saying,
You can tell how many households you walked in and was like, yeah.
yeah. But what I'm saying to you is this though: people may not be able to afford certain things, but they trying.
Well,
So
yeah,
you can't come
I'm
and
not talking about lavish and that. You still see the
No,
structure.
no. I'm saying still, it may look like it's not no structure there, but maybe there is structure.
No, how can it look?
What do you
no.
look? What are the findings? What are they looking for?
You got a mom and dad in there. The kids is in place.
I mean,
people is at home.
people
No,
don't
you're
stay-
not
people don't
looking to
stay
see
together.
the structure. Okay, you might got a dad in there.
Okay.
A single working dad. It's certain things that you can see and be like, this joint got structure. You got other siblings. They in the house. They ain't out. I come there 11 o'clock. Ain't none of your kids home. Ain't no kid 21. What the hell is going on? That's an indicator.
Parents probably got to start telling from the listen. As soon as you do something wrong, I'm telling you that listen. I didn't authorize.
No,
him to do
you tell the kids that.
But you got to have something documented, I believe, that shows that.
I bet you parents start taking effect. I bet you they start taking action.
Yeah.
I guarantee you right now in Washington, D.C., that whoever got children and they know they children out there on some crazy, I bet you they've been approached the last week or so. I guarantee you that. Remember, then 9 times out of 10, they're a little older, our age or a little older. Ain't nobody trying to go, especially for a crime I ain't commit. You running around here like a fool, they getting checked now. But why do a person have to implement something like this for the checking to come in place? But I agree with that. Yeah, lock their ass up.
I was talking to Skrilla earlier. And Skrilla was talking on the phone, and he was talking about everybody that he know is in jail. Like the whole YBC people, a lot of them guys is in jail, and a lot of them fighting murders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, PDs, all of them, nobody don't have lawyer money. He trying to figure it out. I told him, I said, you know how much that's gonna cost you, bro, to get lawyers for everybody.
Well, he said he trying to get lawyers for all the young boys.
Everybody that's in YBC, he said he trying to do it. He said, because nobody ain't got no lawyer money.
Not near one of them.
Nah, he just saying like right now he trying to figure it out. He said it's a lot. I'm like, dang.
Well, yeah,
I say, no, that's 50. That's 50. That's for the trial. I ain't talking about that little 15,000 for the preliminary.
Yeah. And shit gonna be held over. It's gonna be next to nothing impossible.
That's 65,000. So if you got 10 people on the indictment, that's 650 grand.
That's all they charging like that for the homicides, but they charging high for attempts.
But I'm saying some people got multiple homicides. At least 10 homicides in that case.
Yeah.
So you say 65,000 per homicide. That's 650 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who doing that?
One of the guys. One of the men to do it. If I was in position like that and I had some good homies and all that and they went and did that, not to say that I vouch for that, I would do it my heart like that to do it. You would have did it at one point in time. So don't sit up here and act like who doing that. Like,
But
get outta here.
I'm saying right now though, it's just like, you know, that's a daunting task.
That's yeah, because if you ain't got it, you ain't
You
got
got
it.
to spend that right now.
Yeah, because you get to think about it like, yeah. The day go past and you like, yeah, I'm cool. I done bit off more than I can chew. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a hell of an obligation, man. Like they put a lot of pressure on a lot of people just to do, you know, to handle all that stress. Like you gotta be a millionaire to be able to afford that.
yeah.
They ain't just no regular person trying to. People don't even. A lot of people don't even see that amount of money in their lifetime. I mean, so and that's a situation where, though, if he cannot muster up or he cannot grind up 650,000, right? If he can't do that, are people gonna look at him funny? He's on tour. He won't go all around the world. Would they look at him funny?
Who? Why? Why would they look at him funny? I wouldn't look at him funny.
Because sometimes the perception could be, man, he traveling around the world. He couldn't even give us.
You talking about from them if he don't pay no lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna look at him funny. Yeah, they looking at him like he a comrade. They gonna look at him funny. Ain't like he just out of the way and he went on about his life and all that. No, he right there with him and they in videos, FS the Bender and all them. Yeah, they gonna look for a little support. Like, damn, cuz like whether it be lawyer money, commissary.
Or what do you
money.
say? I can't do lawyer. I can do commissary.
Okay, well then that's what you're gonna have to take. That's what you're gonna have to take. Motherfucker told you right off from the gun bust what it's gonna be. Ain't wasn't no line and none of that. Oh no, I'm gonna get the lawyer and commissary. Then you don't hear from him for 6 months. That's the goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But if he tell you that, if you man, listen, I ain't got that, but I'm gonna make sure your book. All right, cool. Let me go work my other hand somewhere else for this lawyer money. But you gotta respect what a man say.
How many? You know, we talked to Hamuji as well. We talked to other guys as well, Bricks, and it was like people. They all saying a lot of the same things. A lot of these young guys, the people that's coming in there, is fighting homicides with public defenders.
Right.
Once you go in there to do that, it's over.
Well, I seen guys beat a homicide with public defenders.
Not in the state.
Yes, I have.
Who?
In the state, I seen a lot of guys beat homicides with public defenders in the state. A lot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
You get a public.
I never seen that.
Yeah, you ain't never been in jail, Fee.
But I seen
Until
people,
you go to jail, that's when you can start saying
Well, but I'm
something. You've
saying,
been in jail for a month. Get out of here.
I seen people in the streets that
No,
was
it's a
fighting
lot.
homicides.
No,
and
but
they
it's a
always
lot of
lost.
people. My man Mel just beat a homicide with a PD.
Oh, really?
PDs is regular lawyers, bro. Now you got the ones that's just getting out of college and all that. You can get Dave Meshach as a PD. That's how they pay their taxes. They got to do a pro bono
In the
case.
feds or the state?
In the state.
Okay, all right.
In the state. I don't know nothing. I didn't have a lawyer in the feds. Shit got out of hand. I always had a lawyer in the state. In the state, you can get Gregory Pagan and stuff like that. They do
But how often is that though? That's not something normal.
all the time. Tyreek Shabazz, yes he do. A dude get the lucky
How many
draw.
he doing a year? How many does he
Oh, I don't know, but he's not the only lawyer. Fake is thousands of lawyers. They all got to do it.
All right, man, so how often is this though?
What you mean?
How often do this happen?
What that a dude get what?
Get a high price lawyer for a public
It's not
defender.
high, but it happens.
Okay.
It's not high, but it happens.
Shout to the happy golf for a donation, man. He said great content, keep us entertained and educated. Respect. So you got people getting David Meshach and these guys as court appointed lawyers, right?
Right.
And that's like one in 1,000.
What you mean?
1 out of 1,000 inmates get that lucky draw, hit the lottery.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Or you could say 1 in 1,000. Go ahead. You could say 1.
And you still might lose.
Yeah, you still might lose with a paid lawyer.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He will be I'm just saying he's a high price paid lawyer. You still might lose. But I'm just saying though, but the chances of you getting, if it's 10 people on that case, how many of them has the opportunity to have one of these high priced lawyers as their public defender? How often is that?
About 3. About 3. It's underneath the minimum, about 3.
Now is that lawyer going as hard? No, he ain't being paid.
I don't know. Now, I can't ask you that. I can't. But he is being paid. That's how he get paid. That's how he pay his tax.
But I'm saying he's not getting.
What actual cash? But he's still getting. That's money for him that he ain't got to pay for.
But
his
what
taxes.
I'm saying, well, hear me out.
Because without this pro bono case, he got to come out of his pocket. So yes, he is getting paid. That's something that you want to do.
No, but what I'm saying is he working like he's working a case like he's getting paid to fight, or he's just coming in there just to show up?
Because if you doing this for promo, I'm working at. You ain't doing that. If my taxes is goddamn $400 or $60,000, and they telling me they gonna wipe out that $60,000 mark if I take a pro bono, 2 pro bonos
What I'm
a year.
saying is,
yes, I'm fighting that like I got the regular $60,000 cash.
all right, but what I'm saying is they're still going to do that, win, lose, or draw. So he going there, man. No matter what happens, if I lose this case or win this case,
Oh yeah.
I'm still gonna, so does he come in there and put up a fight?
I don't know, Feek. You want me to think about the?
No, I'm asking you a question.
I don't know. I don't know.
You said you been in there. And
Yes, but I
said
said
nigga say,
and they beat it.
He didn't even fight hard for me, man.
Oh, I don't know about that because when they got the paid lawyers that is pro bono for them, that's like I said. I seen dudes beat a case with court appointeds. I seen homicides.
Okay.
Like, damn, you beat that joint. They threw him out. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I don't know what's in the lawyer mind or if he want to fight it or not because he didn't. I don't know that. All I know is what they positioning and what they doing. That's it. I don't know how they feeling afterwards or what they ate this morning. I don't know none of that.
I'm not asking what they ate. I just asked what you think they gonna
I'm not no psychic. I'm not no psychic. I don't know what is he gonna go in there and do. I just know that they're appointing big time lawyers to certain cases as court appointers, bro. As court appointers. They do it in the state and they do it in the feds. That's how they pay their taxes.
Wow. So you might hear somebody come down. Yo, I got what's called?
I got Jack McMahon. Damn, you came up. How you get Jack?
Dudes probably be lying. Like, yeah, my mom paid for that joint.
Yeah, you know they gonna lie. They gonna lie like hell. Oh no, you know my bro picked that up. No, nigga, you got a court appointed, man. Yeah, I mean you got pro bono joint. Yeah, you'll know who the ones because he ain't getting all the official visits like that. They coming up whenever they want to. Then that's what do be happening. And then whereas though you pay for a lawyer, he coming up whenever you call him to tell up. He works for you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. But you know, like then and there, like guys who get that situation, man, like that's like I said, that's really rare. And then for the most part, like you see people getting roofed. He said they coming in there they coming in there on the bus by the boatload with 40s and 50s or life in prison.
That they is.
I mean, they coming in there young guys, man, 17, 18. Coming in there with all that time. It's just, man, it's just unfortunate, man. You know, but like you said, if they start to send parents to jail for that 6 months, it's gonna be a lot of beatings out here. People gonna get, you could do something wrong, your parent gonna chastise you from the gate. If they pass that law,
no, but there's already passed down there in D.C.
I'm talking about here. I'm talking about Philly.
Oh, on Pennsylvania.
Well, I guess what's called is the same thing.
No. They
everything is federal over there in D.C.
Yeah, everything is federal over there.
But I'm saying, but over here in the city of Philadelphia, it's gonna be a lot of parents going to jail.
Yes, it is. A whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. I don't know if it would change it or slow it down, but it'd be more conversations about, where you going? It'd be a whole bunch of that more. Yeah, instead of you just walking out, motherfucker look up and look back down to wherever they doing. No, it'll be, where you going? What you doing? And what time you be back? Yeah, it'll be a whole lot of that. Ain't nobody trying to go on that joint 45, 50 plus for a crime that he did not do. You just waking me up. Come on, you know what time it is. Come on, where? To the jail. For what? Yeah, for your son. Let's
get to the other topic. It was a young guy who went on live. He had just killed his girlfriend, his baby mother, whatever, killed her. He was walking out. He was just explaining himself, like saying that he killed her because she was trying to send him to jail or something like that. What's your thoughts on him? Like, I mean, he was wrong for killing her, even though she was sending him to jail. Do you think that, and he ended up killing himself?
Yeah.
Do you think he was just a little bit too emotional about it? Like sometimes you gotta, somebody
he out
trying
there
to
in the
send you to
streets.
jail, you gotta leave him alone, man.
Yeah, but he in the streets. He not see you can't talk for the street nigga. You only could talk for the nigga that's in the law abiding. Said that's what you is. Okay, so that's what you can talk about. Hold the street nigga. Just think about it when you was a street nigga. When we was out there, motherfuckers was telling on us. Then what? We wasn't like, oh yeah, just let them go. No, his baby mom told on him before. Now, I'm not saying this is right, but I understand because he's using a street dialect and mentality for it. His baby mom already sent him to prison before. She tried to send him again. She talking about he came in the crib throwing up. He like, and he's going live explaining. He like, throwing up? I done put this fire on plenty of people before. Why am I throwing up? Then he find out information that she's ready to take him down. He kills her. Again, I'm not saying this is right and we're not promoting this. But I understand he's in the streets. I don't know why my brother don't understand no more. The nigga done left and flew the coop so long ago that he didn't forgot what fucking colors he got. But listen, yeah, you know, I understand why he did. And then he killed himself. He said, yeah, I ain't going to jail to do none of that time.
Well, I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
getting right on out of here. And I'm not saying he right for doing it, but street life, you go by somebody telling on you. Street life, what they did, 9 times out of 10, they shooting you.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what goes on. You know, if I'm in the streets, if somebody's telling on me, I'm not moving like that. That's dumb.
You're not moving like what, Fee?
Like all reckless like he just did. Why would he do something like that?
He already knew what he was ready to do. He knew he was killing himself. He knew he killed her. He said
who does that?
I'm not saying who does. A lot of people.
Man.
Look at this shit going on all over the
That's what I'm
world.
saying. I'm saying that it's stupid. It doesn't matter if you have removed yourself from the streets or not. You don't move in that manner and go to jail for doing something.
He
like
ain't
that.
going to jail.
Well, or kill yourself.
Why are you going to tell him what's
It was
on
one.
his
It
plate?
was one of the other.
But he evidently he could stand it. He did it.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. All I'm saying is that it was dumb.
Okay, that's your opinion on it. He
That
living
was
in the
dumb.
street life. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
That's what I'm saying.
So you don't understand him?
No.
Somebody trying to
I
tell
don't
him.
agree with that.
Oh, so we was cool with people telling on us back in the day.
No, that's not. You gotta listen to what I'm saying.
You saying you don't agree with it? So I'm
No,
asking you.
for one, like if you dealing with a woman and she out of pocket, you know, sometimes you gotta walk away.
She ready to send him to jail. You talking about walk away?
All right,
He
hear
can
me
walk
out.
to the back of the
Hear me
police
out.
car.
Hear me out though, man. Like let me
About homicides.
Okay, so clearly he knew this. He knew she told him before, so he should have got away from him. But then ultimately, what I'm saying to you is, you know, he shouldn't have did it anyway. But you shouldn't have did it like that if you was going to do it. If somebody trying to send you to jail, you don't do it just words, or you put yourself in jeopardize your freedom like that. That just don't make sense. This is like I said, this is the problem with people.
All right, but now you're going into a whole nother joint. All right,
it
you
ain't.
don't do it like that and this and that.
No,
All
because
we
you
just looking at-
made a statement. You said that I'm so far removed, but I never was dumb when I was in the streets, or I was never dumb. I'm not dumb now, so it don't matter if I'm in the streets.
All I'm
or
saying is,
hear me out. It don't matter if I'm in the streets or a law-abiding citizen. I've never did nothing in the streets to the point where I'm going to be dumb and jeopardize myself going to prison behind it.
he didn't go to prison. He knew what he was doing.
He was going to go to prison.
He didn't. He knew he had a plan.
They knew he did it already before he killed himself.
Yes.
'Cause he did it.
He already said it. And you think I'm going to jail? He said, "Did you watch him
I
talking?"
don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do understand what I'm talking. He had a plan from the drive. He knew he was going to kill himself. He said, "Yeah." And if you think he said it. I'm not going to jail. I'm about to end myself too.
But
He had a plan. I'm like, all right, well, damn, all right, then stand on your plan then.
I still don't think you understand what I'm saying, bro. If somebody told on me right now, and I knew that they told on me, I'm gonna get them out of here in a way where as though if I was to do that, not condoning the saying, if I was to do something like that, like I would do it in a manner where as though I'm not gonna be a person of interest, or I'm not gonna be in the position where I gotta kill myself afterwards. So therefore, he made an emotional decision, which ultimately led to him not wanting to go to jail because he knew he was going to go to jail because they knew he did it. And then he killed himself because he couldn't handle the fact that he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. So therefore, he made a bonehead decision. And you don't have to be, a rocket scientist or a street guy or whatever, or a law-abiding citizen to know that you got to move in a certain manner when you committing crime. You're not going to sell coke in
He
front of the
probably
cop.
didn't care about the man no more.
But you made a statement said like I forgot, like I don't really because I'm so far removed. But
yeah, but you have. To me, you
No,
have.
okay.
He probably didn't care, bro.
But no, what I'm saying to you is it doesn't not caring. Since when has not caring been a part of the street code? That these young boys move like that.
Yeah, a lot of niggas
But
don't care.
you tell I never moved like that.
Okay, that's what you won't do. Is some niggas that don't care. It was at a point in time in my life I didn't care.
That wasn't, but still. But that's why every time you went to jail, people had to get money, had to pay bail. If you move too reckless, you can't move reckless.
Yes, that's a whole nother entity. We talking about just him right now, Tawfiq. Fuck all that shit. He had a plan. He knew what he was getting. He knew he was facing, and he carried it out.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
What is you saying, bro?
You made a statement saying that I don't understand because I'm not I'm so far removed.
Right.
I do understand.
Right.
I understand that he's an idiot. That he wasn't smart.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Don't nobody move like that. Who moves like that? And this is why he moving emotional and he killed himself because he
Don't nobody do that, huh?
nobody smart.
Do anybody do that? Fuck all that smart shit. Do anybody do that?
Yeah, not people that's not smart do that. That's not smart.
All right. Okay.
It's not smart, man, at all.
I'm just saying this ain't shocking to me. This ain't the first time I've seen something like this. You?
But it doesn't make it right, bro.
No, we're not talking about right and wrong in it. We're talking about what he did and what he carried out. Now, that's a whole nother conversation. Now, if you ask me that question, I'd be like, man, he was wrong. He played that stupid. He should have went about that. That's a whole nother jump. We're talking about, yo, what the hell? He wasn't thinking about, he knew his end. Once he found out, she told, and he explained it, and he started going on, he knew what he was going to do.
Well, do me a favor. When you comparing stuff, don't compare my intellect or my.
No, I didn't compare you. I say that you forgot.
I didn't forget. I just never moved like that in the streets.
Okay.
So I never.
I never compared you. I said you forgot.
I'm saying I would have never. I'd have been like, this boy, whoever was moving like that, the nigga was a nut. Like we had people that was in our neighborhood that killed women, and like this boy was retarded for doing that, and the way they did it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just think that people gotta. Not saying you should commit crime in a way to get away with it. I'm just saying like you don't do stuff like that. That's just like, I mean, that's just gonna have you in a bad situation, and they gonna send you to jail.
Well, in his case, he ain't go to jail. He already knew where he was going.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, again, I'm not promoting that. I'm not applauding him for that. He already had his plan, his mind made up, his plan made up, and he just was out there.
Shout out to I Am Taylor Rule. She said, if he got to take his personal feelings out of opinions, sometimes it comes off like you can't look at both sides. I respect your opinion. I can't. For me, I look at the whole situation. Whenever is a decision made, for me, I stop and look at the whole situation. I'm not going to react off of emotion. I'm not going to do it. And then if I do get too emotional about a situation, I just feel like it's probably best for me to walk away. I'm not saying this is, and I'm not saying that, I'm perfect in anything that I do. I just, when I was running the streets, I made calculated decisions. I never moved in a way like I'm just going to do something reckless and send myself to prison for the rest of my life, or put myself in a position where I want to kill myself. But I respect your opinion. I do look at the situation that he did. I look at it. He just moved reckless.
He definitely did that.
And he was wrong. The way that he moved.
Yes, but I'm not here to judge him wrong or right. I just see what he did, and then he ended it. He ain't wait to go to jail. He said he knew everything he was ready to do. I'm like, this nigga crazy. That's it. And I see cases like this all the time. I've been in jails with niggas like this all the time. I'm like, damn, okay. All right, well, that's how you seen fit to do it. All right. We're not talking about if it was stupid or dumb. That's what we seen. That's what people been through.
Mm-hmm. And, I understand. I understand why he did it. I just think that he shouldn't have did it.
Well, yeah. Now we getting somewhere. Okay, then when you put it like that, you can say that. He shouldn't have did it. But he didn't did it. He knew once he found out that she was telling again, he already put in his head. He killed her. Now let me let y'all know, yeah, she back here laid up, and this is why. And I'm out of here right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it was stupid. It was bonehead. But people was doing this all the time, man.
Yeah.
All the time. These women playing games, and I'm not saying that, was an excuse for, this is an excuse for him killing her at all, because it's always wrong. But women, you got to be mindful too. You know what type of nigga you dealing with, man? If you dealing with a street nigga or a corporate nigga or whatever you want to call him nigga, you know what type of man you dealing with. Why is you playing around with this man like that? You done told on him before what you forgot you told on him or what you think he didn't know? You see, the nigga already saying he done killed plenty of people before and then ran in your house. So you know he's serious. And again, peace be upon his soul, man. I don't want to see no woman die. But the women, you got to also be mindful too. Certain things that you do will put you in harm's way. Put you in harm's way like a mug. You dealing with this wild coyote. This is what you call a wild coyote.
Yeah, and ultimately what's going to happen is, both of the person who's going to be affected the most is the child. And then and once she told on you the first time, you might should have got away from her.
Well, yeah, he should have did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She told you the first time. But
a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people get told on the first time and still come back around.
Yeah, I'm just
and
saying.
Be like, damn, you can't fault him for that. He love her. He love her, and especially when there's a woman and a man joint like that. Send you to prison and you be right back out, back in her face. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I can't fault him for that. I think he said it's his child mine. So I can't. What the hell? Well, look how many dudes we know that girls send them to jail. As soon as they get out, they right back with them. So you can't make that statement.
It happens all the time, but I'm just saying, like, you know, sometimes you gotta pay attention to that, because if a person sends you to jail,
you definitely gotta pay attention to
if they send you to jail one time, they'll do it again. Once a woman or somebody start calling the cops on you, they'll call the cops on you again. And
again,
they may
and
even lie,
again.
they may even lie on you to try to get you sent to prison.
They might.
You know what I'm saying? So
They
you got,
might.
you know, I know it's hard to walk away, but sometimes you might just have to walk away before you get to the situation right here where you feel like you want to kill them. You know, I just think that, you know, sometimes is it something that we can teach, or we can say to people like, hey, listen, take your time. Like you always say, take a time to think. Maybe if he would took a time to think, he may have just made a different decision. I just think that you know, if you do certain things off of emotion and move in an emotional manner without stopping and thinking, because you can stop and think, and then figure out a way to do certain things where as though you're not jeopardizing yourself. And that does not always mean committing crime. I mean anything. You can stop and be like, you know, look both ways before you cross the street. I'm not saying that comparing it to them, just saying, you know what I mean? You just can't be reckless out here. You gotta stop and think about your livelihood as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't even know if it was a case pending against this kid. I don't know if they said anything, because clearly if it was a case pending against him, he would have probably been on the run or been incarcerated. But he wasn't on the run or incarcerated from what they say. But he said that she told on him. So, you know, unfortunately, that kid gonna suffer, whoever that kid is that they have, because both of the parents was moving reckless out here, young kids having kids, or kids having kids, and where's the parents at? You know. But yeah, I mean, we see these type of situations all the time. We see this emotional factor from the young guys. That's why they in jail. That's why a lot of them is, you know, in the graveyards. And you see, it's just crazy, man. How many kids? I mean, how many young guys we've seen that's been buried or killed because behind another emotional young boy?
A lot.
Two young boys is very emotional. Who are killing each other over rap songs or posts.
That's everybody
online
nowadays. That's everybody nowadays. And then
in our community, yeah.
One thing about it, controlling your emotions come with growth, not by being lectured about it. You could tell a person all day long, control your emotions, they got to go through the ringer, man. I believe that firmly. You might believe a whole bunch of other shit different, but I believe firmly that you have to learn. The person who we're talking about, me, anybody else, has to learn to control your emotions on your own. Now you can get directions along the way, but to instill it in somebody, but I keep telling them it ain't gonna work that way, because emotions is within. It ain't nothing that you hear. No, you feel some type of way and then you act off of it. So you gotta go through it to understand, like, oh, all right, I remember last time when such and such, and I don't know, to keep my cool, take a couple deep breaths, woosah, whatever it is that one may do to get themselves back under control. But emotions is not something that you can be told about and be cured. No, this is something, I think, that you have to travel through. You have to lose your mind one time. When I say lose your mind, meaning wild out, hopefully you won't go to jail or get killed behind it, but then you can sit back and be like, damn, that was a bad move I did. That's the only way you fully, truly learn, man. You're never gonna learn. To me, I don't give a fuck how much of a good father you is, mother you is, and you thinking you no, them kids gonna have to learn how to control their emotions by their motherfucking selves. I don't care about if you rich, poor, you got big old houses, no house. You have to let your kids, or the ones that you could tell them along the way, but you fully got control over your emotions or what to do with them. But do you agree or no?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree that it's everybody got to take their own path and learn certain things, but there are some things that you can instill in your child from a young age to help them deal with their emotions. And sometimes, like, and one thing you can't do to your kids is scream and yell at them all the time, because now they seeing you be emotional, and that's gonna turn them off. You gotta talk to your child, man, male and female, because if you don't, then they ultimately gonna be emotional. And then they be out here reacting like you react. You in there screaming at your son, yelling at your son, yo, you can't be emotional. You gotta, people always tell the boys, you can't be emotional. You shouldn't cry, man. You a boy. Where is that from? You can cry.
You ain't never told your son that?
No.
Yeah, you got a different type of rap. It's like I don't even know you no more. It's like
Well, I would
I don't know, man. I don't know. You got like no, not that. I'm just saying, like yo, I'm not saying to the point you saying that, but I know you have used some man shit. Like yo, come on, man, all that right there, like
when
like all that right
needed,
there. But yeah,
I'm not a person that's gonna tell my kid he can't cry.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if the situation arises and he's sitting there moping around on some nut shit.
We're not saying we're talking about crying.
Yeah, he moping around on some nut shit.
Moping and crying is different.
But I'm talking about, but I ain't seen nobody see their son actually crying like, yo, don't stop crying. I ain't see that.
People do
I see nigga doing some shit that could be classified as crying, pouting, standing around. Yo, man, the men don't do that. So I don't think nothing wrong with
nobody,
that
nobody not allowing their kids to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about people. Some people tell their son if he's crying to stop crying, he's a boy. But boys and men can cry.
Yeah, they can.
Ain't nothing wrong with crying. So if you got a son, you tell your son to cry. You know what I'm saying? It's he should be able to. That's a natural emotion. You know what I'm saying? So if he's crying, as long as he's not just crying for everything, you know what I'm saying? But if he's crying, let him cry. You know what I'm saying? Let your kid cry. Let him go through that emotion. Because then once he cried out, he gonna feel a whole lot better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So for me, I never understood why people would tell their son to stop crying. Like girls cry, not boys. No, boys cry too.
Yes, they do.
So that's all I'm saying.
I know I cried a whole lot.
Now if he's pouting and moping and walking around like with his lips poked out, like what you doing? Now you acting too emotional. Now you acting too emotional. You know what I'm saying? But you know, your kids, no matter what you instill in your kids, sometimes it may not come out until they are older in age. It may skip them being 20, 21 in their early 20s, and it might kick in when they in their 30s. You just never know, because you may instill so much into your child, so many good things to try to get them to do so many different things. It may not come out when you want it to come out, as far as them being who you want them to be, or who you expect them to be, rather. It may come out later on down the line. And, just you guys got to pray for your child. Hopefully they can make it to that age, that old age, where as though, I never will look at it, no matter what my kid's going through, I never will look at them as like a complete failure. You know what I'm saying? Never. I would look at them like they're just struggling with what they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He may just, he or she may just come out of it at a later date, because I struggled in my early 20s like everybody else. I struggled. I wasn't, some things I wouldn't do, but there was a lot of things that I did do that were considered to be wrong. And I didn't really realize that till I was later on in life. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is. So no one isn't seeing this with your kids and your boys and your daughters and what they're going through, what they're faced in society. How important is it for you to kind of like I said, this 6-month prison sentence? How important is it for you to really start taking a look at your child, what they got going on, who they around, where they at, where they spend their time, what they watching on TV, all this stuff. Now is that something that people gonna start really paying attention to now?
Yeah, because now their freedom is at jeopardy off of somebody else's doings. But now the bad thing about it is, so you got a 16, 17-year-old son, you damn near at the brink of trying to get control back. Like, you done let shit done slide for all these years. Now you trying to come because another person put a law into play. Because if this law wasn't into play, you still will be letting things go unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
That kid ain't gonna listen to you, man. This is a whole nother ball game now.
Yeah.
17 years, you like, yo, you got to put the gun. He like, what? Yeah, they ain't not listening to none of that.
And then ultimately, sometimes they can't put this. If you're still living in that environment, they can't put the gun down and walk.
You got to get them away.
Yeah. So
you got to get them away. And a lot of people don't have the finances to do that. They barely got the finances to stay where they staying at, let alone getting him away, unless somebody else from the family, another family member that lives somewhere and is willing to take on that, like that, come on, bro, send him over here or send her over here.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that shit be crazy.
Shout out to Dr. Robert Taylor. Welcome to my podcast. He said he's supporting the channel. Y'all carrying it. So shout out to West Philly, man. Yeah, but yeah. So it's just a matter of how we going to. But it's just crazy to me though. I ain't gonna say this like I'm gonna say this like. Whereas though the pressure now is on the parents now, people want to step up and really go the extra mile of being a parent now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some pressure got put on.
But
It's sad.
we be quick to give up sometimes. We're like, man, I ain't listening, man. Let him go where we going. We ain't listening.
But you gonna listen?
I'm sorry. When he ain't listening, people like quick to be like, go ahead. He'll figure it out. But you got to look at it too on people's behalf as well, because you're trying to work your job and take care of other kids, and you got one kid or two kids out here that want to run the street and go crazy. Like, how much time you got to pay attention to what's going on? That's why they got to have some type of situation where as though it provides an outlet or it doesn't hold every parent accountable for every kid's action. Because some kids is out here unruly. No matter what you do, you can put them in the best schools, you have them in the best situations, you have them instill so much into them, and they still want to be unruly.
Yes, they do. They still want to be unruly. And like I said, you could be a structural. Man, it is just that, man. That's why I ain't having no more kids. I'm gonna just go ahead and knock it in the buck now. I'm 45. Finally had my first kid at 40 years old, 41. You know, my son is 5. I got my work cut out for me, man. But I'm leaving it alone. I'm past them years to keep wanting to have kids and raise. I mean, so that's how I solve my problem. I don't know how everybody else gonna do it, because you can raise a kid perfectly right, not in impoverished land, way out the community. They be the psychopath killers too, and the kid would just go left.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, now it's like, what you do? What did you do wrong? You sitting there beating yourself up. You put them in school. You did this. You took care of all their needs. What went wrong?
So I'm saying, like, a lot of times
I have no answer to the question.
You can't really pinpoint just one thing. But like I said, sometimes kids go left to come all the way back right. It just may be at a later date, a later time. And then even when you like, that's why you said you have one kid. With me, I just believe in, I'm having as many as I'm able to, because you might get you never know what you're gonna get. You might get 1, 2, 3 that might be psychopaths. Then you got 2 more over here that's doing okay. You got to try to just take the good with the bad, because imagine you got one. You got to try to, you know what I mean? If that one don't pan out.
Well, this one gonna have to pan out. But when he's 10, I'll be 51 years old. When he's 20, I probably won't be here no more. Like, I ain't got time to be. And I'm not saying I love the kids, man, but me, I'm done on that one.
Still young. 60 years young. You still, you still young, man.
I know.
I'm saying, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself and eat right and work out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You'll be cool. Like, think about it. No, nowadays, man, people focus a lot on health. I don't know if it's more than it used to be, but you see people working out, people in the gyms is packed. You know what I'm saying? People eating right. You know what I'm saying? People were trying to, a lot of times people trying to that's all you see on social media. People trying to do the right thing, as far as their body goes. So, you can live, if law decree it, but, if you take care of yourself, you have opportunity to be around. But now, let me ask you this: what kind of conversation you having with your kid if they send you to prison, though?
I'm not having no conversation with him. I'm not having none. I'm done. Especially if I was talking to him already and telling him about all these things going on and this and that, and he still went out and did that. It's over. You don't care about me at all. You don't care about me. You don't have nothing to say to me. I'm done.
You all the way done?
Yeah.
For a 6-month bid, you done?
Yes. You sent me to jail. I might be in the height of my life. Yes. You never know what I'll be doing in that 6 months. I might got businesses to run. I might got things to do. And I'm telling you, and you still go, I'm done. I'm turning my back on you. I'm out of here. You don't care about yourself, nor do you care about me, man. I don't care if you my sibling, my brother, and all that. Like, you keep doing shit and doing shit and doing shit, and all you're going to bring you down.
Let me ask you a question, though. If they tell you they're going to give you 6 months, or you just tell your son that he did that crime.
I'm not telling my son that he did no crime. I'm still a convict at the end of the day, Bob.
Okay.
I'm not a convict at the end of the day, but I still have convict ways.
So say they had something where y'all got to get up there and talk. You got to talk to your kid, and then the judge going to determine whether they're going to send you to jail or not. Are you going up there and giving him a verbal lashing?
Yes, I'm giving him a verbal beatdown. I'm talking about you gonna see him like this. You know, when somebody give you a body shot, you're like, you gonna think I was giving him body shots from the vulgar and loud and obnoxious demonstration that I'm giving him verbally. Yeah. You gonna think that he was actually getting punched on.
All right, so also they tell you going to jail.
He's not even going to jail after that.
I'm saying, if they told you he's going to, all right, listen, you're going to jail, and you got a few minutes with your son alone in the room. You putting hands on him?
Yes, because I'm gonna get more time. Once they open, I'm crushing him. We ain't no rap. He gonna know what it is. He ain't gonna want to come in there. He ain't gonna want to come in there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think that with kids, man, sometimes kids, you gotta whenever a kid crosses a certain line, you gotta teach him tough love, because otherwise he's not gonna learn, and he may go out here in the world, he or she may go out there in the world, and then may think that they can get away with the same thing they got over on you. Because sometimes the first test is a kid trying to get over on their parents. If a kid get over on their parent, now they're gonna try to get over on somebody out here in the world.
Yeah, because that's who they're around all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one they try to get over on is their parents.
Yeah, so you got to shock them.
That's the first line of authority.
You got to shock them, and the best thing to do is get them by surprise when they don't even see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad used to do that, man. He used to wait. He's like, yo, I got something for you, and he'll make me wait. So I'm all day. I'm like this, like damn. He'll come home from work, go to sleep, lay down. Next morning, get up for school. I think he gonna get me in the morning. I'm gonna take him along in the bathroom. Think he gonna get me, walk past me. Then it might be that later on that day, I told you I was gonna get you, and he get me. So it was like, damn. So he used it as a fear tactic that just had me like, damn. Every time I'm on P's and Q's worrying about him getting me.
About that last episode, so you ain't even messing up again for another episode.
School acting crazy, I know, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, damn, I'm just worried about him. Just he let me go for a day or two. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you ever had that? I don't know if y'all experienced it. You ever had your parents talking to you, and you get this, and you want to cry, but you can't, but your throat be hurting in the back of your throat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all have experienced? You had that talking before? That's something serious, yo. That the back of your throat, you sitting there trying to look at them, and he's yelling, talking to you crazy, and you trying not to flinch. You like, yo, man, y'all experienced that out there? The back of your throat be killing you trying to hold that cry in. Yeah, that's something serious. So look, what if you go in there, your son 22 years old, and then you try to put hands on him and he get out on you.
And he get out on me.
Yeah, like put hands and get out on you.
That's what they created firearms for.
What? You can put a firearm on you?
Yes, it's my son. But just like I bought him here, I'll take him right up off of here. And I do not promote that, and I do not advise y'all to do that to yours. But mine's, if I'm not beating him out of straight, just I'm drunk and belligerent and I'm just trying to be a bully, I'm trying to discipline him about something, and I go to correct him and grab him and he knock me out, yeah, he better be gone when I wake up. He better be out that front door and all the way gone.
Knock y'all be talking. I told you stop playing with me.
Yeah, bro. I'm not all right, because now I'm in my mind. Damn, I can't beat this nigga no more. All right, I know what can. And best believe they still around.
Hey, yo, turkey bands. What I said that was not on duty. What did I say? Oh, you talking about the back of your throat? Oh, not on duty. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. But I'm talking about you crying. You know, you getting like, nah, man. But yeah, like, you know, he get out on you, hit you with a couple, and they like, I told you stop playing with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he walk off with that joint without getting no type of punishment. And I'm sitting like, yo, and I gotta try to handle him. I'm like, yo, I don't do that. I gotta try, you know what I mean? Now me and him rumbling because I'm right there watching what's going on. I'm like, dang, I'm trying to wake you up.
Yeah,
But you're like, yo, look, I got him for you, but
I'm putting that fire on his ass.
he was talking crazy after he was talking crazy.
I'm putting that fire on his ass, man. Nah, you ain't gonna be knocking me out. And I'm around. I'm around. You know what I'm saying? When I say around, meaning like I'm present in his life. I'm taking care of him. I'm giving him structure, and he knocked me out. Come on, man. I'm gonna take that more personal than a nigga on the street knocking me out. Like, you my son.
Told you about my man. His son went for the burner on him. Like went for it, like, yo, stop playing me. Like, yo.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, damn. He said he was hurt. I remember talking to him at the match shit, man. Talking to my friend at match shit. Like,
He probably scared of his son right now. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know.
We don't know, but
He a man.
Okay.
He a man. He a man. So like, you know what I mean? Like I don't get that from him. You know what I mean? And I mentioned this story before. He said something to me when he saw me, but he's like, it's okay because no matter of fact, his son locked up now. His son booked now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he did a bunch of time. came home when his son was maybe, I think, 17, 18. And his son was disrespected. I think I told the story before. His son was disrespecting his mom. His son was disrespecting his own mother. So the mother called him like, he been disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's just, so he go to check him for being disrespectful to his own mom, and they get into like a little scuffle. And his son go for the, you know what I mean? Like reach for the burner one. Like he said he saw he had on, and he said he wrestled with him a little more. But for me, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and my son probably would have went all the way there. Once you like, you can grab burner on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen right then and there.
It's right then and there. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever's gonna happen right then. I'm not just gonna. I don't know. I probably can't walk away from that.
Yeah, you knocking me out is the same thing. That's the same thing in my book, bro.
He said he grabbed him like, yo, what you doing? Like, grab him, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but you knocking me out
He
is the
going for the
same
joint.
thing, man.
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's my son. Yeah, you want that probably changed their relationship, man. Relationship probably changed, but
There ain't no pro. You think it probably?
but he said his son in jail now. He in jail.
He's not even in jail.
No, he in jail. He
Oh.
in jail. I think he in jail for attempted murder, I believe.
And guess who he calling?
And he said, it's what he said. He said, I look out for him in prison. I got it, You know what I mean? So it's just unfortunate. James Flame said, he said, I pulled a burn on my pop before. You, for real, James? You crazy, man. You out of pocket. He said it was 7 or 8. Oh, man. My pop would have destroyed me. Now on duty. But yeah, y'all, we want to get to these phone calls, man, real quick if we can, man. The man.
Didn't Marvin Gaye kill his son like that? Playing around?
I don't know.
Son in there acting sassy and all that. He knocked his ass down. Yeah,
Shot.
that's what he did.
Hit him with a firearm?
Yeah, Marvin Gaye. Yeah. Huh?
I ain't like once your kid go that far and start going into the firearm, even to talk about it, like I'm gonna get like that stuff just like, yo, man.
But my thing is, once your kid do anything, man, of any type of violence to you, man, or aggression, man, it's
You
for
gotta
me.
address it.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I might, you know what I mean, like it's because I got the utmost respect. Like I got so much respect for you. I would never strike you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know you can't beat me, I would
mean,
never strike you.
We can always,
You know what I mean? But I love you so much that I ain't gonna know. All jokes aside, I'm never gonna ever
not all jokes
act
aside.
out. No. I ain't talking about the other part. Was you know what I mean?
Okay.
Them jokes. I'm talking about I would never strike you. So and we a brotherhood of friendship.
Mhm.
And so for some family members to do that to me, especially something that come from my own loins, it's a different type of ball game, man. And then I just be so messed up always because I'm a little, you know what I mean, rough around the edges, man. So I might not have been there all the time like I should have, and I might gotta sit back and listen and really look into why would he even do this or she do this.
Mhm.
So I got to take a look at myself.
Yeah.
But when you come up with no findings to help them, solidify the case of why they did that, like, yeah, I'm done, man. I'm done, man.
You got to give them tough love after that. You got to. You got to show if your kid do that, anybody out there, my advice, any parents out there that kids do that, you have to now remove all benefits that you providing for that kid, because now the kid has to learn. Now that doesn't mean you don't answer the phone for them. They going through something, they want to talk to you, but as far as them benefiting from anything that you have accumulated in life or anything that you have, like a place to live, I'm talking about everything. You got to go figure it out now. You got to go figure that whole situation out. And it's always good, man. It's always good to show your child, the benefits of having parents, because sometimes a kid can forget,
Hey, call in, y'all, 215-316-4492. 215-316-4492. Chime in on the comments, man. Maybe, to y'all, I might be wrong or Feek might be wrong. You know what I mean? Tell us what you think, man. Tell us what you think. We don't know it all. We give our opinions, man, and we done been through a lot of life, as far as in, the wrong side.
Like I said, Marvin Gaye was protecting his
family.
His mom, and his pop killed him.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even see that stuff for real.
Yeah, he said I was super. Yeah, yeah, man. I ain't never. If I just could imagine 7 or 8 going for a gun on my dad. My dad, it seemed like he was just so strong back then. He's been doing all the pull ups and push ups and all that stuff back in the day, lifting weights. He just seemed like he was like if I would have shot him, the bullet probably would have bounced off of him. That's how that's how his physique looked to me when I was young. I just thought my pop was just like Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing too. What happened to the people who feel like they dads are Superman? Where's that at? No,
It's coming from the dads. It comes from the dads
it's
not being
downplayed.
relevant.
But even sometimes, parents is downplay. Like you should look at your dad as like he was like he's like a superhero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now
It's gone. Tales from the jails we speaking with.
Oh man, it's Turkey Bands. I ain't gonna hold.
What's
y'all
up, Turkey
too much,
Bands?
But
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna chime in on this story. I'm 35 years old, right, bro? And me and my pop had a relationship growing up, whereas though he was just so hard on me, whereas though not on duty,
No, dude.
whereas though like me and him used to get into altercations back and forth, football, basketball, just him just trying to be stern.
Mm.
So my whole thing is that outlook on that whole thing is it's like a 50-50 because I pulled a ham out on my pop before.
You said you did what?
Just
you pull a
because of
hammer
that,
on the
yeah.
spot.
Dang. How did it end for you?
I mean-
How did it end for you?
I'm gonna be honest. It ain't good because our relationship ain't never been the same, and I know for a fact he don't look at me the same.
Mm.
But
Do you feel like remorse? Like, dang, I shouldn't have did that.
yeah, I still feel remorseful to this day. But my whole thing is that's just the type of relationship we have.
Mm.
And it's like, it ain't good for nobody to grow up that way. But when you in situations like that, what else can you do? You and your son probably ain't never get into a pushing back and forth altercation at all.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
if you ever put your hands on him in the wrong way and he like, damn, that ain't never happened before, you don't never know what he'll think or do.
Mm.
Rather if it's a gun, knife, or whatever, but that's a sticky situation, bro. I just wanted to chime in on that.
yeah, appreciate you, man.
You already know, man. I saw what it is. Y'all have a good
Excellent.
night, man.
You too. Shout out to Jalil2414, man. He said he graduated from Penn State today. Shout out to you, man. Congrats, man. Congrats. He said, I graduated today from Penn State over the state pen.
Yeah,
Much respect to you, man. Keep pushing, man. Keep doing what you got to do, man. Keep pushing, man. Just keep, elevating yourself. Keep staying positive and keep, gathering those, accolades as far as degrees and money or whatever you able to go out here and get, man. Much respect to you, man. Congrats. Penn State too at that. The Nittany Lions. You was a Penn State boy.
I'm still a Penn State boy right now.
Yeah, you used to be. Yeah. I should be Penn State. I was like Penn State when they had what's the boy, Kajana Carter and all them. Shafi Fields was the wide receiver. Shout out to Shafi from uptown. I don't know if he's watching this, but from Cedar Park. Yeah, man.
I want to say something to
Who?
Dr. Is that am I saying it right? I really can't see. It's just that he
Oh, Dr.
They say number
Robert
2.
Taylor. Black is
Yeah, what did he say?
Look at your phone. He said black is reflective and aware of his own personal behavior, traits, and characteristics, which exhibits his sincerity and speaks volumes. That was crazy how Black broke that down.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Thank you, man, for recognizing, man. I only know how to do stuff emotionally, and maybe sometimes to a fault. That could be my demise, but I don't know how to address things everly, man. I don't have a soft demeanor or approach like my brother do up here. Like he know how to. He's real good at masking stuff. Me, you gonna know if I'm mad at you. You gonna know. It ain't no way in the world you not gonna know.
Yeah, you won't see me like I don't wear my emotions on my sleeve all the time. Like you might certain situations might happen. Like if you test me to the point where it's like I gotta display that type of emotion, but I'm not a real argumentative person. I don't argue and all that. He'll argue with you down, cuss you out, say the most gruesomest things to people and all that. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Then I can't do that. Tell us from the jails. Who you speaking with?
Fuck y'all niggas.
Thank you, man. You have a good day, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
Stay up out there, man.
Shout out to you, man. Be safe,
yeah, man. Be safe, man. We up out here.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Be safe, bro. Stay. Listen, make sure that you've been honorable and respectful to your parents, man. You know? And listen, we ain't mad at you, bro. Whoever that was. We ain't mad at you, man. You know, we family, man. You know? I want you to, elevate yourself and elevate what you have going on in your life, man. And hopefully you can change some things so that you're not calling doing certain things like that ever again to anybody else. But we got love for you, man. Shout out to you. Salute. But my thing is, a lot of times when we coming in your life, even if it don't have to be your kid, when you try to do things positive, trying to succeed in life, everybody don't want you to win.
Mm-hmm.
So people were just waiting for that one conversation to have so they could say a bunch of stuff to you that they've been wanting to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And which ultimately can throw you off your square and make you react in a manner that can have you in prison for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You see like a lot of celebrities where as though people was like coming. I saw something one day, other day I saw it was Remy Ma. She was in like a market or something. She said she was with her daughter. And these girls like pressed her like they wanted to fight her, but she was her daughter. She's like, man, I can't, I'm not like a punk or a sucker, but I just can't react in certain manners. Tell us from the jails who we're speaking with.
Yeah, my name Moolah, bro. I'm from West Philly. What's going on?
Shout out to you, Moolah. What's up? Shout out to West Philly. What's up, bro?
I just got a question for Black, if I can ask a question.
Yeah, what's going on?
I be hearing you say all the time, like, yeah, we need you a man, and, shit like that. But like, I lost my folks real young and shit, and all the shit that you be saying that you learned from jail, I learned the same shit on the street. So basically, I'm just asking, you think if you was on the street, you would be the same man you was? Because I think you would, bro.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I can't take away what you learned through your folks, man. But absolutely not, because when I was on the streets, I didn't have a mom and dad. I've been through foster care. I left foster care around 8, 9 years old, and I was left to my own devices at 8, 9 years old. And luckily for me, that I met a band of good men. I don't call them men, good men. I call them brothers of mine. So they helped take on the load of a aimless foster child. So I got my school of training and my school of thought through the streets and the penal system. And I don't think I could have got a better, not to say that I wouldn't have got a better training, but I don't think I could have got a better training than what the streets and jail had to offer me.
No, I feel you. I agree with you. I just be hearing you be like, yeah, I learned how to wash my ass.
Yeah,
bro,
all that. I had to go. That's what I had to go. That was jail was my mom and my dad. Jail was my mom and my dad. Jail reprimanded me when I was wrong.
Mm.
Yep, and it's sad for me to say that. I don't sit up here and say that with no pride and my chest poked out. Please go the other way, by all means, because it was not fun to adore. I'm still having side effects and still wake up at night with cold chills from that. So I don't want nobody to have to go through that course of life, the training, just to get here, because you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel you, bro. I'm going to let y'all go. I just wanted to say, bro, we going to have to agree to disagree, bro, because I think you would have been the same real nigga if you would have never got locked up. You would have just learned this shit different. It's just different circumstances and the different shit. But
you know how to wash up before you went to jail.
No, I didn't.
For that 20 plus years?
Nah, oh, yeah, before that, but Juvenile told me that. Jail.
Oh, Juvenile. Okay.
A woman taught me how to wash up, bro. I know exactly what he's saying. How to wash up good, wash your feet,
Yeah.
wash the, you know what I'm saying? Wash
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, before I started going to jail, I was dirty as shit. Hey, they call me dirty, you snake, you underarms, hoagie man. Whatever, I'm 14, 13 years old. I'm thinking we just supposed to be out here getting at it. I ain't know the etiquette about sitting my ass in the tub and shower up and washing my face. I'm getting up straight from sleep, coming straight outside. I ain't seen a handful of water. Nothing that day. So, jail taught me, man.
All right, bro, man. Enjoy
All
your
right,
night, man.
Y'all take it easy.
All right, man, you too, man. Be safe and stay free.
Who called you
Always.
Hoagie, man?
Denise and all them from down north. That she was Spanish, but she took me and she let me wash my underarms in her crib and all that. And be like, yeah, don't listen to them, they teasing. That's when I started getting that gun. Like, yeah, they want to tease, see if they tease this. Now, I don't advise you to do that. That was me. I was crazy as shit out of my mind. I was out of goddamn pocket. I'm just telling you stories to get you caught up to be like, okay, now I see to put the puzzles in place. That's it.
No,
Please do not go get it.
Art was the same way. I couldn't get Art to fight. Like, I had to fight from all the time when we was young.
Yeah, and then that be the ones that be
He
crazy.
got that firearm.
That fire.
Crazy. The Hoagie man. Tell us from the jails who you speaking with.
Hey, yo, Feek, this Ty from Camden.
Shout out to Cannon. What's up, bro?
Not much, man. I got a quick question. What do you think more important, a present father that's lacking on the financial end, or a father that's missing present but he making it happen financially?
A present father that's lacking on the financial end, man.
Yeah, you should have asked. You should have asked me, Black. I'd have told you that. Yeah.
Present father, man, like a present father, man, whether he's financially stable or not, his presence alone is going to help you get to, because he can do things for you, like he can be around you, he can teach you stuff.
He can hug you.
Yeah, all
Tell
that.
you it's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
The heat ain't on. He can give you an extra blanket and sweatshirt.
yeah. We're gonna struggle.
Nah,
We're gonna
I
struggle
say that to
together.
ask 'cause- I say that to ask though, because I'm 27. It's a lot of people my age. You know, you got people working jobs. You got a couple people that might, sell drugs. A couple people that might scam, whatever they might be doing. But a lot of people my age think that if they're doing it financially, then they making ends meet with what they got to do as a father. And I just completely disagree with that.
Yeah, man, I respect your opinion. I think that, a present father, beats anything. Not on duty, beats all help you overcome so much, man. Because as long as he's not present and just sleeping on the couch, getting drunk all day, getting high, that's how a present. Like, nah. But if he's like struggling, trying to pay bills, he's working a job and trying to make things happen, but he just can't do it. You know what I mean? He's trying to make it happen. That's he's a president in your life. That's cool, but you can't just be present by sleeping on the couch all day, getting drunk and high, not working, not doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Nah, yes, sir. I feel you on that one.
Yeah. Hey yo.
Hey, yo, last thing
Go ahead.
too, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, keep killing them, man. I see you getting crunchy on the show, man. It's different shoes every episode.
Oh man, alhamdulillah, man. I don't know, man. I just get up and just get dressed, man. That's it, man. Nothing special to
yes,
it.
sir. Y'all fellas take it easy, man.
You too, man. Yeah. So what I was gonna say, yo, hey James, what you talking about? You said we ignoring you. What are you talking about, bro? Call the line and talk to us. What are you talking about, man? I don't know. You said we keep on ignoring you. What you talking about, man? Let us know what's going on, bro. Yeah, so all right, they called you Hoagie Man, right? What kind of they like? So they said you smell like you washed up with a hoagie,
No,
basically.
they ain't say that. My underarms was stinking.
Mhm.
So your underarms smell. Holy, why you keep wanting to go to that?
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a
I don't
question.
even want to talk about that. I'm ready to go for real. I got shit to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to get up out of here. You want to talk about the Hoagie Man? We already talked about that.
I'm asking you a question. Why you so mad? Why you so mad? Called you Hoagie Man? That brought back some. My bad.
No, I wouldn't never say it if I was so mad.
Who was that, man? We gotta find them. They still down the way?
No, they're not around the way no more.
What was that? They was down to 6?
Yeah.
Down the projects?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Who is 6? You know what the 6 is. Talking about down the project. Yes.
I'm saying, but who was it again?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot, man. Come on, moving on along, man. We ain't gonna sit here and talk about that, bro.
Yo, but this is you smell you washed up with a hoagie, man. I'm sorry, man, about that, man. So you got that you went and grabbed them arms, and then there was a whole different thing then.
No, not really. I had to wash my ass.
So yeah, y'all, listen, y'all. We thank everybody for tuning in. We got a few more minutes, maybe like 2 more minutes, and counting before we get up out of here, man. He got things he trying to do, before we get up out of here. But we do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to check out our other sports page, TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. It is. How y'all feel about Wemby out there? All the basketball players and everybody. How y'all feel about Wemby? All right, we ain't got no more calls, but all right, y'all, we're going to get out of here, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and Tales from the Jails. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to become a member if you're able to. We thank y'all for tuning in. It's Tales from
And make sure that y'all mindful out there. Again, it's ready to be hot. It's coming up. It's going to be real hot, man. Heat irritates people along with hunger if you're fasting them days and stuff like that. But be mindful, man, that the heat can make you act out of character because it just make you grumpy and all that. We're coming into the meat of the summer.
Down Duty.
We're coming into the hot part of the summer, man. You know what I mean? Everybody keep a cool head. Be. I'm telling you, but trust me, I done been in them penitentiary yards. When it get hot, that's when the goofy things be happening. Dudes just be mad for no reason. Same way on the street. You know, a dude might be walking around broke, mad at the world. Heat making it even intensifying his situation. So, you know, be more mindful, man. Be mindful to the kids, to everybody around you, man, people you work with, man. And cool out, man, and enjoy the weather, man. And we're going to get back at it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. This episode of Tales from Jail is sponsored by TNS Media Group. We thank all y'all for the support. It's Tales from the Jail.